Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Rahim. I'm trying to make a series on Surah Kahf, why we have to read it every Friday, and there's a hadith saying that we need to learn by heart the first 10 ayats of Surah Kahf so that we can be safe from the trials and tribulations of Dajjal. So I'm making a series and I've made about seven of them, and I'm trying to make one video on every 10 ayats. So, inshallah, we were discussing the episode of or the story of Hazrat Musa alayhi salam in Surah Kahf when he was instructed to meet a person. Most of the scholars say that that person was Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam. So he went and he met. As I was discussing, there are about 11 dimensions, and if you are in the fifth and the sixth dimensions, you can see the future, and you can, in the sixth dimension, probably change the future. Wallahu alam. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is telling Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam is telling Hazrat Musa alayhi salam that you will not be able to have patience enough to learn and go with me and do get this knowledge, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given him a very special knowledge. It's known as ilm al-ludni. It's a very, very special knowledge with a lot of powers, and probably you can go to different dimensions. You can do so many things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's power is unlimited. So still Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is saying that yes, don't worry, I will work, I will be with you, and I will not do anything except what you tell me to do. So we are continuing with it. Fantalaka. So both of them went ahead. Hatta iza raqiba fi safinati kharaqaha. And they reached, and they climbed over a boat, and Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam made a hole or tore it apart, a little part of it, and when you make a hole or you take a small part of it, water will start coming in and it can go down. So Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam did this, and Hazrat Musa, as a we are all human beings, and of course his was a very natural answer that Kala akharaktaha litughriqa ahlaha. He said, why did you tore this part of this boat, or tore this boat up so that the people on this boat, they will sink. Laqad jaita shay'an imra. And definitely you have brought something which is very unpleasant. So Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam saw the future probably in the sixth dimension, and he's saying, Qala lam aqul innaka lan tastati'a ma'iya sabra. Didn't I tell you that you will not have the patience, have the strength to have the patience to be with me, Qala la tu'akhizni bima nasitu wa la turhiqni min amri usra. Wow, Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is saying that please don't judge me for what I forgot. So before, the person who was with Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, he forgot the fish, and now Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, who's not a normal human being, he's a Nabi, he's a Rasul of very, very high level, and he says that I forgot. Well, there was something going on, and probably they were in a dimension which was not a regular dimension, or maybe they were traveling, because dimensions can be different even when we are here on this earth, because we have this, two angels sitting on our shoulders, and we cannot see them. They are here, but we cannot see them. We have a jinn with us, all of us, there's a Kareen jinn with us. We cannot see them, so they're in a different dimension. So maybe that's Wallahu alam, my point, that they were in a dimension where Hazrat Musa alayhi salam and the young guy who was with him, both of them forgot. Wala turhiqni min amri usra. And don't drop on my, in other words, he's trying to say that don't make my things difficult, whatever I'm trying to do, don't please, be a little easy on me. Fantalaka. So both of them then went forward. Hatta iza laqiya ghulaman faqatalahu. And then they met a young boy, and Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam killed the boy. Qala aqatalta nafsan zaqiyatan baghayri nafs. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam said, are you going to kill a person without a person? He did not do anything. He did not kill anybody. You can, maybe get qasas if somebody kills somebody, but that boy didn't do anything to you or to anybody, and you killed him. لَقَدْ جَئْتَ شَيْئًا نُكْرًا. Definitely you bought a very unpleasant thing. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is, of course, being a human being, if somebody is killed in front of somebody, he will react the way Hazrat Musa alayhi salam reacted. But knowing Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam, and he probably had the knowledge of the future because he was in different dimensions, he could have seen that things are going to be what we will discuss in the future in this surah kahf when we go ahead, that Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam knew what was going to happen, but Hazrat Musa didn't have that knowledge. He didn't have that ilm ludni, the special knowledge that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had given Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam. So he said, قَالَ أَلَمْ أَقُلْ لَكَ إِنَّكَ لَن تَسْتَطِيعَ مَعِيَ صَبْرًا. He said, didn't I tell you that you will not have the strength to have the patience to be with me? قَالَ إِن سَأَلْتُكَ عَنْ شَيْءٍ بَعْدَ فَلَا تُصَاحِبْنِي. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is trying to convince him, no, if I ask you any other questions after this, don't take me with you, or don't be with me. قَدْ بَلَغْتَ مِن لَدُنِّي عُذْرًا. And definitely from my side you have been troubled. So Hazrat Musa alayhi salam is trying to say sorry, فَانْطَلَقَا. So both of them went forward. حَتَّى إِذَا أَتَيَا أَهْلَ قَرْيَةٍ. And then they went near a village or a city or a place, a town. نِسْتَدْأَمَا أَهْلَهَا. And they asked for food. Hazrat Musa alayhi salam was hungry. You remember, his fish had made a tunnel and disappeared. Dead fish probably, Wallahu alam, but he was hungry and he had traveled a lot. فَآبَوْا أَنْ يُضَيِّفُوهُمَا. So they said, no, we will not serve you, or we will not make you as our guest, and we will not feed you, فَوَجَدَ فِيهَا جِدَارًا يُرِيدُ أَنْ يَنْقَضَّ فَأَقَامَ. So they found a wall which was about to fall, and Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam made it, he made it stronger again, or he did something that stopped that wall from falling, so he reinforced it, sort of, قَالَ لَوْ شَئْتَ لَاتَّخَذْتَ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا. And again Hazrat Musa alayhi salam, who was hungry, said, why didn't you take any money for doing what you did? You just reinforced this wall. You could have made some money out of it. You could have charged them something, Now Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam had enough, He said, قَالَ هَذَا فِرَاقُ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنِكَ. Said, now this is separation between you and me. سَأُنَبِّئُكَ بِتَأْوِيلِ مَا لَمْ تَسْتَطِعْ عَلَيْهِ صَبْرًا. Soon I will tell you he will explanation why didn't you had the patience, the strength to have the patience to be with me, أَمَّا السَّفِينَةُ فَكَانَتْ لِمَسَاكِينَ يَعْمَلُونَ فِي الْبَحْرِ. So the boat, the one that Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam, made a hole or tore up, فَكَانَتْ لِمَسَاكِينَ. There were people who there were young people who were poor people. يَعْمَلُونَ فِي الْبَحْرِ. And they used to work in the seas, فَأَرَدْتُ أَنْ أَعِيبَهَا. So I thought that I'll make a hole in it, I'll make some problems in it, وَكَانَ وَرَاءَهُمْ. And behind them, مَلَكًا يَأْخُذُ كُلَّ سَفِينَةٍ غَصَبًا. There was a king who will take all the ships, all the boats, just by force, So by making that hole or tearing up a part of that boat, made it so that the king will not take it from those poor people. وَأَمَّا الْغُلَامُ فَكَانَ أَبَوَاهُ مُؤْمِنَيْنِ. And the young boy that Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam murdered or killed, I will not say murdered, but he killed them. فَكَانَ أَبَوَاهُ مُؤْمِنَيْنِ. His parents are Mu'min, they have the Iman, they believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are like Muslims, they are Muslims, فَخَشِينَ أَن يُرْهِقَاهُمَا. So I was afraid that he will put them into kufr, and he will just make them probably go astray from the right path. So Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam knows the future. That's the interesting part of it. How can he, without knowing and just meeting this young boy, he knows that he's going to be a tyrant? I'll just go for one more ayat because it's related. فَأَرَدْنَا أَن يُبْدِلَّهُمَا رَبُّهُمَا خَيْرًا مِنْهُ زَكَاةً وَأَقْرَبَ رُحْمًا. And I sort of wanted that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will change that boy. He'll give them another child. خَيْرًا مِنْهُ زَكَاةً وَأَقْرَبَ رُحْمًا, who will be better, he will be more pure. وَأَقْرَبَ رُحْمًا, and he will be closer to Rahmat. So, in other words, Hazrat Khizr alayhi salam could see that that boy is going to be a tyrant. Maybe Dajjal is going to be a tyrant, and whoever can see in the future, like being in the 5th and 6th dimensions, can see it. Maybe we can learn something from this, but our levels are not very high. We are not spiritual people. We are just normal, regular guys. Maybe somebody on that spiritual level can understand who the Dajjal is going to be and how big tyrant he's going to be. And maybe this is a way, because there are so many, I've heard that there are so many things that we don't understand about Surah Kahf, and there are so many solutions in Surah Kahf, so that we can, be safe from Dajjal. Wallahu alam. So inshallah I will be back with my another video with next 10 ayahs inshallah. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. Please like my video and give me your comments. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.